What is up? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Terror Tuesday if you're watching this on Tuesday. Today I am adding to my Move With Me series. I actually can't believe that I'm posting this back to back with the first one that I posted. Things are just kind of going quickly. Definitely quicker than I expected. So I have content to add and to share with you guys. I asked you guys on Instagram just to see if you guys would want to see another episode of this series this close to the last one, and all of you were like, yes, show us the good. So here we are to share an update because things are happening. It's like wild. I have huge updates. I'm going to do a whole like talk through at the end of this with what's currently happening. But basically in this episode, I actually toured houses this week. I said in the last video and the first video of the series that I was primarily looking at buying a condo rather than a house. And if you didn't see the first one, watch that before this because you might be confused. But then I did some research after posting the last video, and a lot of you were saying a house is a better investment and blah, 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 and it led me to look at houses this week, and I found a house that I fell in love with. As of last night, I was putting an offer in on this house. I was going to be submitting my offer today and hear back tomorrow. More on that at the end of this video, but things have been happening. So I toured 3 places this week and 3 beautiful houses. So let's go back actually just like 4 or 5 days ago to when I found my dream home. Today is potentially a very exciting day. This one I think is very exciting. Hopefully. After posting the first episode of this series, I read all the comments and a lot of you said that it was actually smarter to get a house. And although I had thought about it, I just kind of was stuck to the condo idea. I thought it would be easier, less maintenance and everything like that. And being one person, I just thought it would be safer. But then I spoke to my parents about it and, you know, heard what they thought about it. And I think we could probably make a house work. And as soon as I kind of came to that idea of maybe I'll get a house, the perfect house popped up. So as soon as I saw it, I emailed my agent like immediately and I said, hey, I'm obsessed. When can we see it? And I will likely want to put an offer on this house. So obviously making an offer on the house depends on how I feel when I get to the house. And we are going today. I emailed her yesterday. So this is gonna be quick because every house that I've seen or any condo I saw would go within days. I would see it, fall in love, and then it would be sold. So I wouldn't even have a chance to put an offer in or like contemplate it. So I'm meeting my agent in an hour. Taylor and I are gonna meet up at the house in like 40 minutes. We're gonna like walk around the neighborhood before the agent gets there, kind of get a feel for it because, you know, in a house, like it's one house. And I obviously want to feel comfortable in the neighborhood and know that it's safe and everything like that. I am so excited to tour this house, like beyond any words. I look at the pictures of this house every hour. They have a video walkthrough online. I've watched it a million times. I could just so see myself there. It looks amazing. It's right in my budget. I think it's gonna be perfect and I'm so excited. So if I like the place after seeing it today, I will be putting an offer in tonight. And that's crazy. I don't know. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I need to calm down. So yeah. So right when you walk in, you look right ahead at the dining room area, and then right to the left is the first living room. There are 2 living rooms in this house, and there's actually a step down to the second living room, which I really like. I really liked the way it broke up the space. And then there was a beautiful fireplace that actually went through to both of the rooms. So the first living room, I was thinking I would probably make it into more of an entertainment living room, you know, have some stuff for games and a bar and things like that for when I have people over. And then the second living room would be more like big couch, big TV, kind of a binge living room where we watch all of our shows. The one thing I didn't love was the kitchen. It was just a little bit smaller for what I like because I really enjoy cooking. So it was a little bit on the smaller side, but not a huge deal. It was still really nice and renovated. The listing said that it was a 2-bed, 2-bath, but it was actually a 2-bed and a half bath. It was a very small little bathroom tucked away in the laundry room. Again, not a huge deal, but kind of weird that they listed it as 2 full bathrooms. And then the backyard. Absolutely fell in love with this backyard. I thought it was so perfect. The white fencing around with the vines and the flowers, just, I mean, my entire heart just in love with the backyard. It had little twinkly lights and a little patio, and then it was a 2-bedroom with a kind of shared bathroom in the middle of the 2 of them. So I'd make one of the rooms my office. Oh, I have this. And then the other room would be the master. But the closet space was not great in here, so I would do maybe half office, half closet in the second bedroom. Okay, we like the light. Post touring the house. What did we think?
Loved it. It was awesome. It was a home, it wasn't a house.
It was a home. You walk in and the first thing Taylor said, wow, it smells good in here. She had so many candles lit. She really knew what she was doing, that lady. She had wine in the kitchen. She had cheese and crackers. Obviously we had to have some. Cookies, cake, like this woman knew what was up. Honestly, it was beautiful. I loved it. It was like a perfect size, not too big, not too small. You can grow into that. I loved it. I don't know. So I told my agent that I want to put in an offer, which is crazy because that's that's like, you're buying a house. Like, that's a crazy concept. I've never done this before. We're gonna put in an offer, but she thinks it's gonna go a lot higher than the asking price, which is a little bit intimidating because your girl's got a budget and she thinks we should put in an offer like right at the top of my budget. So we shall see what happens. After touring this place, I kept looking a little bit online just to see what was popping up in the area. And I found another house that looked absolutely freaking stunning from the photos. Everything had been redone and it just looked stunning, had a beautiful yard. So I actually went to tour that at the open house with my boyfriend. I was sadly underwhelmed by this house, but it also reassured me that I liked the first house better, which was overall like a good thing. So you walk into the house and right away you see basically the entire living space. The living room was stunning. I loved the tile on the fireplace. I just love that tile. The kitchen was really pretty. It was very open. I really liked the countertops and the full white kitchen with the window over the sink. I thought that was really pretty. They even had like a little pantry. It was just like a cabinet, but it had a really cute door that said pantry over it, which I liked. I love that. Oh my God, so cute. And then this was a 3-bedroom. I like the floors. Ooh, 2 closets.
Stuff right here.
I guess this is like the master. I love the tile. Nice.
Tile.
I love the tile.
Until the floating, there was something there.
I know, super interesting. Cute. So I think there's 3 bedrooms in this one.
Yeah, I already walked into one.
You walked into one of them?
Yeah.
This is so cute. It's adorable. Oh, this is like a big size room.
Yeah. I like that. It's so bright.
You know, it's really bright in here. Cute. Oh yeah. Oh, so it goes around.
This is what I walked into when I first came in.
Let's see. It's very heavy, I can't do it. Super cute though. So the layout of this house was basically like a big loop. You can kind of just like walk through the bedrooms all the way out through and then you know what I'm saying. And then in the laundry room, there was like a little half door. So we opened it up. Did not like what was inside. What is that? Oh.
And you have to get the storage.
It's a creepy little, what is it?
Crawl space.
It's what?
It's like a crawl space. It's like a basement.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. Okay, this was out. No way.
It's like storage.
No, this is where the ghosts live. Oh my God. That looks almost Taylor. Get out of there.
Did it look like I got pulled?
Yeah, it actually
That's cool though.
did.
I like that.
I don't like it. Basically, I just didn't love the layout as much. It felt very boxy. I don't know. It was really nice, obviously, but for some reason I just didn't fall in love with it in the same way. It just felt smaller than what I expected from the photos. Maybe if I hadn't seen the photos and I had walked in, I would have thought it was bigger, but I just expected something different. Honestly, nothing wrong with the house. It was beautiful. Besides the little crawl space, I really did not enjoy that. I could just picture like just bad things. It's really just my own mind messing with me here, but I don't like it. And then I went to go tour one more house. I brought Jill along, my best friend. This one was also super nice. I liked it. I loved the front of the house, although I didn't show it. It was really pretty. So basically you walk in and then behind you to the right is the living room. So you kind of have to like turn around to get to it. It was like right in the corner of the house. But facing forward out of the door, you can kind of see everything. There was like a little dining area and then the kitchen, which I really liked the size of this kitchen. I thought it was a lot nicer. So then it was like a big open space and you just see all of the doors to the bedrooms. This again was a 3-bedroom and 2 bath, maybe 3 bath. Ooh, big closet. That's good.
So this one's 1670 square feet.
Love this tile. Oh yes.
One you
Oh.
saw in was 1568.
Oh yay.
I kind of like the style of the floors. Do you like it?
Yeah, I love the tile. I think it's really cute. Oh yeah. I didn't even notice that.
Oh, it's a 3-bedroom.
Ooh. I actually did not realize that. The inside was nice, but for some reason it just felt too cookie cutter to me. Like it was a flipper, so they had just recently purchased the home and then redid it. So everything was basically brand new. Loved it. There was really nothing wrong with the house. Didn't love the layout as much as the first house. Once again, the first house just stayed my favorite out of the 3, even seeing all of them. Nothing was wrong with it, again, obviously, except the backyard was kind of weird because it was all concrete, which I just didn't really love. I would want more grassy area. And also it didn't come with any of the appliances. So I'd have to buy my own fridge and a dishwasher and washer dryer, like a lot of things that I would have to buy on top of what the house already costs, which which was a lot. So after looking at all three, I was very confident in the first house that I saw. I was just completely in love with it, still completely in love with it. It was built in the 40s, so it had some of that older charm to it. So I discussed with my agent, we talked about what we were gonna offer on the first house because we fully planned on it up until this morning. So knowing that I was going to put an offer in on the house today, my parents kind of looked into the area and did more research, and although I knew this, the area isn't 100%. It's kind of in a weirder part of LA. Basically, LA has all of these different beautiful spots, and then in between are these pockets of neighborhoods, and some of those pockets are safer than others, and the one that I was looking in, not that safe. Obviously, I would have a bunch of different security things that I would add to the house, like an alarm system, cameras, all this kind of stuff, but the area and the crime, it was just too high, and my parents were like, we live so far away, we don't feel comfortable knowing you're gonna live in an area where lots and lots of crime is happening at all times. See, the issue with LA is that you can find really beautiful homes for I don't even wanna say reasonable price because it's not reasonable, but reasonable for LA, but those are gonna be in the more sketchy areas. And then if you wanna live in a nicer area, you're gonna spend the same amount of money, if not more, for a much smaller and older place. Basically, I had to do a lot of thinking this morning before putting an offer in on this house, and realistically, I think it's smarter to choose an area that's safer and an area that I'd be able to walk to things and just feel comfortable in and just know there's more security and less crime, obviously, rather than having a place that might be beautiful, but I can't really leave it without feeling unsafe. I don't want to say the neighborhoods felt unsafe because they really didn't. Like, they felt fine. They just felt like those pockets of LA that are a little bit, you know, bars on the windows and stuff. I didn't mean to go like this because there really are bars on all the windows. I just don't like that. You know, I don't want to live in an area where all of the houses have bars on the windows and there are gangs and shootings every day. It just doesn't make sense. And as much as I really loved that house, and I still love that house, I am one person, one solo human being. I don't need a really big house and a really big yard because I'm living alone right now, and my main priority is safety and being able to like live a life around where I've purchased something because I want to be there for at least 5 years. So basically, I found my dream home, but it's just not the right time for it. Maybe, you know, years down the line when I'm living with a boyfriend or married, then it would make sense to move into a bigger home where maybe it's not as safe, but at least I have someone that I'm living with and I'm not alone. Then that just makes more sense, which is unfortunate because I really, really love that house. Like, when I think about it, it's just like so beautiful, but it doesn't realistically make sense. When I started this video, I fully thought it was gonna be like finding and buying my dream home. I really thought that was what it was gonna end up being, but I guess this is just part of the journey of buying my first home. So I really still want to share this with you guys. There's so many things that can happen when buying a home, and this is one of those things. So that's basically today's video. Not the most exciting, but I hope you guys at least enjoyed looking at the houses because I really, really enjoyed it. And I found a few places that I told my agent that I want to look at this week that are in a much better area, much safer. There's like no crime in comparison, and in communities where, you know, there's a security gate and like everything like that, just better safety, better location, and might be a bit of a fixer-upper, which could be really fun for this too. So that's it for today. Make sure to subscribe to keep up to date with all of this stuff and my whole moving process. Make sure to give this a thumbs up if you are looking forward to more videos in this series, and I will see you guys next Tuesday with my next video. Bye.